Welcome back, everybody, to another video of the Flagrant Talk Sports Podcast. It's me, Isaiah, here with my favorite co host right beside me, Mr. Moses Firmino.
What's going on, everybody?
And today, everyone knows what they're looking for when they're filling out their bracket. Yeah, it's fun to pick the ones and the 2 seeds and the 3 seeds to go far, but you want the real juice when you're looking at your bracket. And today, Moses and I each have 3 teams that should be trendy Cinderella picks, maybe to win one game, maybe to win multiple. Um, we've got that for you in the video with some analysis on who they're playing and why you should consider taking them when you fill out your bracket. Moses, when you are looking for an upset team, what are some things that you kind of look for?
So I got a little trend with my picks. They're hot right now. They're playing well. They're looking good to end the year. It's a long season. Some teams started off rough, injuries, whatever was going on, tough conference games, tough conference in general, tough conferences in general. Yeah, man, I'm looking for these teams that have been kind of under the radar this year that are just starting to crank the heat up and show us the true side of their squad. So
I love it.
What are you looking for?
I look for a couple teams. I love what you said in terms of how they've been performing as of late. That's very important. Did they win their conference tourney or not? Or if so, how far did they go? How old are they? Are they a veteran team? And most importantly, do you have some good guard play? And that is a trend you can find on all 3 of the teams that I picked. Kicking us off with my first one, I've got a 7 seed in Florida. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, hey, they're a 7 seed. The first team that they're playing, as you can see here, I'll scroll to it for you, is either my good friend Boise State or Colorado. Why are you picking them as a team that should be an upset team? Well, I'm saying it because I truly, truly think Florida has potentially Elite 8 upside. So I'm not saying pick them for one game. I'm saying you could potentially pick them for multiple. They finished the season 24-10, 29th in the net, 4-5 against top 25 teams. Obviously, being in the SEC, you're going to have plenty of opportunities. They got second place in the SEC tournament, losing to Auburn. They are 6-4 in their last 10, so a little shaky, but I love the guard play. Walter Clayton is definitely the player to watch. Ryan Pullen and Will Richard are both key to the team, and Tyrese Samuel as a forward/wing type hybrid. Florida is one of those teams that if you pick them to go far and they do, you're going to look like a genius. And they also have that bust potential to lose that first game to either Boise State with a chip on their shoulder or Colorado. So it's a risky pick, as are all of these. That's why they're upset picks.
Yep.
But Florida is a team that I've kind of been championing in our past couple videos. The one negative, if you saw the game, Michael Handelton went out of the game in a really, really ugly knee injury. Brutal injury. Wishing him the best. Obviously, he was a key rim protector and a great rebounder. So him being out does hurt a little bit. But I love Florida's guard play, and that might just be enough, along with their depth, to go on a bit of a run in March Madness.
I 100% agree with you. This Florida team is looking up. Tough injury. Hope he recovers, and his health is obviously of the utmost importance. But this squad, out of these 6 teams that we got, I got to say their draw I like the best. Their chances to win not just one game, a couple games, like Zay said, Elite 8 potential, and I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, they got that nice draw with Marquette as that 2 seed.
Yep.
And for Marquette, that's a devastating draw. This is not easy. Obviously, with Tyler Kolek just coming back for the NCAA tournament. So that's another reason. I think they were seeded really kindly which helps Florida out in the bracket as well.
100%.
But off to your first team.
Mm-hmm. Staying in the South.
Mm-hmm.
Staying in the South region. I got the winners of the Atlantic Coastal Conference, the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
After being on a 4 or 5 game losing streak to end the regular season, coming in and winning 5 games in 5 days in one of the toughest conferences in the country. Unbelievable story. This team, they're a little banged up. They're a little tired. Obviously, that's a tough tournament to go through and win at that. And they kind of got screwed over with a Thursday game draw. If they had that extra day of rest, I'd be that much more confident in this team. But I'm going to take the hot hand. I'm going to stick with the Wolfpack. Like Zay said, guard plays huge in March, and they have 3 really solid guards along with great forward, and their bigs have been playing out of their minds recently.
Mr. Burns, Mr. Big Fella.
They've been turning up. So I'm rocking with the Wolfpack. Respect to the Red Raiders. They had a really good year. They got embarrassed by Houston in the Big 12 final tournament game. Obviously, going to try and get past that and look on to the big dance. But like I said, I'm going to stick with the hot hand, go with the Wolfpack here.
Yeah, I think they are one of, if not the most interesting team when you're filling out your bracket, because you could argue they had to play and win 5 games in 5 days in the ACC, where they beat North Carolina, Duke, Virginia, Syracuse. All of those teams is that just this massive momentum boost to where it's like that was the start of what we're going to see? Or was that it? Did they pour everything out and now it's just like, okay, we're playing a tough Texas Tech team, we're going to lose? So it's going to be really fun. I'm excited to see what the Wolfpack do, though.
100%. It's tough. They've already played 5 March Madness games.
It's seriously.
So it's going to be tough to win a 6th, but I'm going to take them and we'll see what they can do.
I love it. I love it. Staying with the 11 seeds, a team that Moses knows as well. We have 11-seeded New Mexico, 26-9, winners of the Mountain West, which had 6 teams in this field. Quick, one of my millions of gripes with the way this bracket was seeded, done. It's really bad. There is zero, and I mean zero, excuse for New Mexico to be an 11 seed.
Yeah.
They should at minimum be a 10.
Agreed.
I wouldn't even be mad at a 9. I think 10 is more realistic. However, the way this bracket played out, I think it's ideal that they got an 11 and have the path that they do, starting off with Clemson and then likely Baylor in the next round if they're able to beat Clemson. 22nd in the net, 3-3 versus top 25 teams. Obviously, playing in the Mountain West, you're playing against a lot of ranked competition or fringe ranked teams. 6-4 in their last 10. But the biggest thing for me is their guard play. I talked about it in the bracketology videos that Mo and I did. Jamal Mashburn and Jalen House are both senior guards who lead that team. Jalen House is not just this bucket getter for the Lobos. He is clampy. He will stop any team's opposing guard. He's one of the best defensive guards in college basketball, not even the Mountain West. When you see how far I have them, I truly, truly believe the Lobos, given the path they have, you could trust them to not just win 2 games, not just win 3. You can trust this team to go deep. They are a trendy Cinderella team. If you want to let your cojones hang, pick the Lobos to win a game or 2 when you're filling out your bracket.
I'm not mad at it. I agree with the draw working out in their favor, getting screwed at the 11 seed, but a favorable draw in Clemson.
Yeah.
Clemson played one Mountain West team this year in the non-conference schedule, and it was my Boise State Broncos, and they blew them out. But Boise State was a different team back then, and Clemson was on a heater, undefeated at the time. So
not the same now.
Yep. Fresh slate. New Mexico hot coming off the Mountain West win. I like the pick, man. Like you said, Jalen House, he's just an energizer. Doesn't mind being the villain. Doesn't care if the crowd's on him. He'll play into it, and it kind of brings his game to another level. So I'm a big fan of the Lobos.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do, but I'm bullish on them. I think if you want to just go wild, I think this is a region that could absolutely pan out that way.
Yep.
The most fun outcome would be New Mexico and Nevada meeting in the Sweet 16 and having a Mountain West battle for the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
That would be fun. But Arizona and some of those other teams are going to have, things to say before that happens.
100%. Sticking in the same region. Jumping over to the 13 seed, though, in Charleston. Coming off an unbelievable Coastal Athletic Association tournament, winning it all, beating Stony Brook in overtime by 3, in a crazy game back and forth. That win right there, it showed me a lot from this team, that they can come down, they can be clutch, they can handle the high pressure situations, come out with wins. Facing a very tough, best offense in the nation, Crimson Tide, Alabama. I'm going with Charleston, though. They're on a 12-game win streak, including the conference tourney. Just absolutely unstoppable the past month or so. It's going to be a shootout, obviously. Alabama's defense is not there. Charleston is a solid offense. They're efficient. They create turnovers. I have them winning in a shootout, just by a hair. But I'm gonna take them here. I like the draw. I see them being a couple other 4 seeds as well if they had a different draw. But I'm gonna go with Charleston here.
I agree. I have Charleston beating Alabama in my bracket as well. Obviously, Bama is dangerous against any team because they can put up the whole thing I've been saying. They can put up 110. They can put up 115. They might just give up 120, though.
Yep.
And that is the issue for them. Charleston, too, is 10 deep. Their rotation, they flip often. Their starters really only play 65% of the game, and they trust that bench unit to come in and provide offense and defense for them. So I love your Charleston pick. I fully agree with you there.
Yep.
And to my last team, a team that was hilarious to see when it was Wisconsin up there on the screen out of the South, James Madison. For those of you who saw the bracket get revealed, it was hilarious. You saw Wisconsin, they got a 5 seed, and they're celebrating. The team's up, they're clapping, it's normal celebrating. And then they reveal 12 seed, James Madison, and the room just gets a little tense. Some of the guys lose their smile, they're clapping, but they're like, okay, this is not easy. Underseeded, as you could say for a lot of these teams, they deserve to be an 11, especially because you look at Duquesne there, that's an 11 seed. The only reason that didn't pan out that way is obviously BYU can't play on Sundays.
Yep.
So here comes James Madison. They get screwed because of it. They're a 12 seed, but that might be in their best interest. They are dangerous, 31-3 on the season, 52nd in the net, won the Sun Belt Conference with relative ease. They were just cruising. The season started, and they were able to defeat Michigan State, and it kind of took the college basketball world by storm of like, okay, this team might be able to do some things. Maybe they can come out of the Sun Belt. Little did we know that was just a sign of things to come for them.
Yep.
Very difficult to stop. Terrence Edwards Jr. as a guard is incredible. Bucket getter, can easily give JMU 20 to 25 points on any night. And TJ Bickerstaff as well as a bigger wing, 13.4 points per game, 8.5 rebounds per game. A great, double-double threat as well. They play the game with a very, very fast pace. They guard very well. They're able to get up and get physical with you. And they only allow their opponents to shoot from 29% from deep, which is insane.
Yeah.
They're able to get physical with you. A week and a half ago, if I saw they got Wisconsin, I would have laughed, picked JMU with ease. But Wisconsin has risen up.
Yeah.
I respect Wisconsin. I'm not just saying this because, I don't like them. I just like JMU more. They feel like a Cinderella team that's poised to win a game.
Yeah.
And maybe even 2.
Yeah.
So depending on how risky you're feeling, I just really like this JMU team.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it, but I gotta be honest, might be the first one I disagree with you with.
Yeah,
The Badgers have just been playing
On
out
a
of their
tear.
minds. We'll talk about it more when our bracket video is
Mhm.
out. But I respect the JMU pick. Great season. Picked them as the conference tourney winner in our previous video. So
And I didn't.
I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, I didn't. I picked App State,
Mhm.
so I'm giving them their respect now. I'm
Yep.
saying, hey, I had you second, but now I've got you first.
Little flip.
Totally fair though. A week and a half ago, I was so far out on Wisconsin.
Mhm.
I am pretty sure in one of our videos I had said no matter who Wisconsin picks, I'm picking the 11 or 12 seed.
Yeah.
I'm not picking James Madison because of that. The Wisconsin is really surging at the right time.
100%.
So it's going to be interesting to see. But
I agree. But finishing off the video, my last team, I went 3. Oh, no, another 11 seed. I went all double digit.
mhm.
The Oregon Ducks winning the Pac-12, needing to do so, I believe, to get into the tournament.
Without a doubt.
So huge work there. I found a little nugget on this team. Under coach Dana Altman, I might have screwed that. Altman, they have never lost a first round game in the tournament.
Damn.
Obviously, can't take history into account when it comes to March. Anything can happen. But that's one that I'm going to side with, especially with Oregon playing hot and SC coming off a tough loss, a blowout loss to the eventual champions in the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, in the quarterfinals. It's similar to my NC State pick. Oregon's hot, other team coming off a tough loss. I'm going to rock with the Ducks here. Solid all-around team, really good bigs, couple good guards. I like their makeup. They're not really flashy on one end or the other. There's a solid all-around team, and I think they're going to beat the 6-seeded Gamecocks.
This is, to me, one of the hardest games to pick.
Yeah.
Because everything I said to NC State, copy it over, paste it on Oregon.
Yep.
You won the Pac-12. You got in. You killed it. You were surging. You earned your place into this bracket. But now what? And I think that's the intriguing thing about some of these bid stealers. It's the same with Duquesne. It's the same with, some of these teams where it's like, okay, you did your part. You got in. You controlled your fate. Now what do you do in the bracket? I don't love South Carolina. So I think, this is a coin flip game. I seriously could go 50-50.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at sticking with the hot hand and rolling with Oregon. Yeah. So
appreciate it.
That'll be a fun game.
Exciting matchups all around. And again, like Zay hinted at the beginning, these are just a few teams that we think. There's a lot of other teams that are favorites. Right now I'm looking at McNeese and Gonzaga. That's going to be a hot one. Samford's one talked about against Kansas. They're a little banged up. So lots of potential upsets to watch out for, but just a few we wanted to highlight.
One team that me personally, I didn't have the guts to do. It's Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
They're hot as well. Marquette is not. I'm not saying that you should do this, obviously, because I didn't do it. I'm not going to advise someone to do something in their bracket that I'm not doing.
Yeah.
But if you are going to get bold, if you're going to pick any 15 seed or 16 seed to win, I'm going with Western Kentucky upsetting Marquette. I'm pretty sure in the last 3 years, I'm fairly certain the stat is real. Maybe double check me, but I'm pretty sure in the last 3 years, a 15 or 16 has made it to the Sweet 16.
Damn.
If you want to go bold, and again, I'm not doing this, pick Western Kentucky to be that team. Not a team I included on my list, but I mean, listen, it depends on how gutsy you are with your brackets.
Yep.
But yeah, kind of that outside shot if you want to get, real sexy with an upset pick.
Yeah. Respect.
That being said, these are some of our upset teams. Let us know if you agree. Let us know if you disagree. Let us know if there are some teams that we did not include that you would include in your bracket.
Yep.
And we will now get to the best part of the video.
Yes, we will.
Song of the pod. Moses, what have you got for the people today?
I've done a different song off this album, but it's been a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing it back. Kid Cudi, Passion, Pain, and Demon Slayin'. One of my favorite, little underappreciated Kid Cudi albums that he's dropped.
Agreed.
I'm going with Cosmic Warrior off the album. It's a beautiful song, great instrumental. I'm a big instrumental guy, and it changes throughout the song, and it's a beautiful song. So if you haven't checked it out, please do so.
I love it. Definitely underrated Cudi. I think the whole album is.
Yeah.
Great pick there. I've got Lonely Millionaire by Casey Musgraves. That's my girl, bro.
Mhm.
You know, my friends know I have a Casey Musgraves vinyl at my house. That's my girl. So her new album's very solid. Great songwriter. That's what we got for y'all today.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for tuning in. We cannot wait to finally have these games unfold, see if our upset picks are real.
Yep.
And we will catch y'all in the next video.
Later, everyone.
Later.